extremely well, and Caron was one of those players. There aren't many of them like that. There's Caron, there's Powell, there's D. Fish, and Ronnie Turieff. That's 4 guys in a 20-year career. I still clearly remember the summer day in 2005 when the Lakers traded Caron. The day before, we had been working out together at our practice facility. We intended to follow that routine all summer and had big plans for the following season. I was notified when the media was notified. I was pissed, to say the least. Pissed. When we play against each other, I give him a big hug before the tip-off, and have done so ever since the trade. Caron has figured his life out thanks to his own perseverance and some great people who have served as mentors for him along the way. I think it's wonderful that he is sharing with the world his phenomenal journey and the life lessons he has learned along the way through this book. Hopefully kids will hear it and see something in it for their own journey. No 2 journeys are the same, although the emotional challenges each person faces are very similar. But they can see how he handled his challenges and perhaps find courage and bravery in their own dark moments. I'm so proud of Caron. It's been a long time since he was a teammate, but it doesn't matter what uniform he wears. I view him like a brother, and always will. 1. My D-Day. A dark journey ends, a bright future beckons. It was such a short walk, merely seconds long. Yet for me, walking from my seat in the theater at Madison Square Garden up a few steps and across the stage to the podium was the triumphant finish of the toughest journey of my young life. A journey many predicted would end in disaster, and perhaps even death. The date was June 26, 2002. The occasion was the NBA draft. Because Cher had a concert in the Garden, the smaller theater venue was being used for the draft. It created a more intimate setting, allowing me and the other projected top picks to be surrounded by family and friends. I had about 50 people there myself, most of whom had driven from Racine, Wisconsin, my hometown. Sitting with me at the draft table were my mother, Maddie Butler Claybrook, my grandmother, Margaret Butler Bolton, my then-fiancée, Andrea, my brother Melvin, my agent Raymond Brothers, and Jamil Garari, who ran the neighborhood rec center in Racine and got me started in organized basketball. It was the first time my grandmother, born and raised in Columbus, Mississippi, had ever been to New York. I had smiled when I heard her initial impression of the Big Apple. "People don't never go to sleep here," she said. "Every time you look out the window, somebody moving somewhere. People got things to do all night long." Once the draft began, that smile had disappeared from my face. I was nervous as I watched NBA Commissioner David Stern return to the podium time and again to announce the selections. According to everything I had been told, I could expect to go anywhere from 3rd to 12th. While you'd like to think your spot would be determined by what you did on the court, I learned that my place in the draft could also be affected by people who had never set foot on a college court. There were stats to be analyzed, wins and losses to be considered, attitude and work ethic to be examined. But there is also the whisper campaign. Right after I left UConn, the very night of my farewell news conference, I had selected Raymond to be my agent. Other agents had interviewed me and filled my head with praise about how great my life story was. But when I didn't pick them, some of them tried to use my story against me to boost up their own clients. Those agents would tell me, "We respect how you made it through all the hardships you endured, selling drugs and the gang activity. And now, that's going to work in your favor, because team officials are not going to worry about you getting millions of dollars and messing yourself up. No, they will figure you've been through all that already. They are going to worry more about the kid who has never had any real money and, when drafted, is going to get exposed to it for the first time." But when they had other clients who were